You don't know me, but chances are you know someone just like me. I was your typical Canadian teenager. I liked art, music, volleyball, and goofing around with my friends. Then sometime in my 16th year, I started to fall apart a little. For stretches of time, I'd stay in bed, telling myself that I was faking sick to skip school. I told myself that I liked rolling myself into a blanket burrito in the comforting darkness of my basement room. I didn't like it. It was crushing me. Other times, I spent long nights awake while my family slept. These were great at first. My whole body was buzzing with ideas, and they were all brilliant. At least, they seemed pretty brilliant at the time. I went on midnight adventures, skipping around the neighborhood hiding treasures or photographing the rain. These nights were great, except I couldn't figure out how to slow down. Then one day, it all came to a head. I sat with my mom in the ER and blabbed about pointless stuff for 10 hours. My mom's ears were bleeding. That's when the doctor told me I had bipolar disorder. As it turns out, there was nowhere to treat a teenager having a mental breakdown. I was stuck in the pediatric unit. There were sick toddlers and newborn babies crying and whiteboards with smiley faces drawn on. The nurses overflowed with kindness, but their voices sounded like they were talking to a dog or a small child. I wasn't sure if the guard outside my room was there to keep me safe or to keep all the children safe from me. After a few days, they sent me home to make room for kids with broken legs or pneumonia. I still felt off. I tried to go to school, but the pills they gave me didn't stop my mood from swinging so high that my mom slept on the floor outside my room in case I tried to climb on the roof. To my racing brain, the roof seemed like a great idea. I would pace in the kitchen endlessly and snap at anyone who asked me to sit down. Other days, I swung low. My sisters would come to the dark basement and beg me to come upstairs. Their voices sounded muffled with my head under my blankets. When I was 17 and my breakdown reached hospital level once again, I asked to go to the adult psych ward. I shared a room with 3 other women. I woke up periodically to the sound of sobbing from the bed next to me, coming from a woman who seemed like she could teach me how to garden if she wasn't in so much emotional pain. I ate lunch with old patients with no light in their eyes, and that's how I saw my future self. Nobody told me I could end up okay. The nurse told me not to wear dresses because the men wandering the halls gave me too much attention. I was too young to feel safe in this place. They finally got me on the right medication and let me out. I graduated high school, got a scholarship to my top choice art school, and was doing all right. And then, suddenly, I wasn't. I thought I was better, so I stopped taking my meds, stopped sleeping, and ended up back in a psych ward in a faraway city this time. But here's the difference. This ward was just for people around my age. It was kind of awesome as far as psych wards go. I could relate to the other patients, so I made friends really fast. We exchanged crazy mental illness stories, ranted about our issues, offered support, and taught each other songs on guitar and bracelet making techniques. They eased the normal psych ward boredom and made me feel comfortable. So did the doctors and nurses. They were specially trained to deal with teenagers, so they actually understood me. They got me stable and taught me how to stay that way. I wish there had been a place like that for me back home when I was first diagnosed. Instead of being tossed around in a weird game of hospital hot potato where no one knows how to deal with a mentally ill teenager, I could have found a place to recover. So, here I am. I'm doing all right, but there are so many more teenagers who need treatment now. Specialized treatment where they feel safe and supported. Trust me, I know the difference it can make.